Hi there, it's Jen, and I'm back with another process video for you. This time I'm using the November 2014 Scraptastic Shake It Off Kit and add-on, and I'm using this photo of my daughter walking my nephew in the stroller. It was a nice Sunday afternoon, perfect fall day for a walk, and I just really love this photo. So for my layout today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to use there are a ton of rub-ons that came in this kit, and I love them so much. So I'm going to create a feature element on my page using the rub-ons, and I'm just going to kind of create a mat for my photo. So I'm going to, you saw me trace around my photo, I just marked the corners with a pencil, and I'm just using that as kind of a guide to where I'm going to place my rub-ons. And my photo's pretty neutral. It's just, outdoors. It's just green grass and leaves. And so there's not really too many pops of color in it. And so this is a perfect photo for a layout like this where I'm going to use a bunch of colorful rub-ons. So I'm just placing them so they'll peek out from the sides of where I placed the photo. And I've done something like this before where I've kind of matted my photo with a bunch of elements, but I did it with some stamps that I heat embossed with gold, and that worked really well too. So that's another fun way to do this technique is with heat embossing and stamps. But I'm just taking a bunch of these Maggie Holmes rub-ons that came in the kit and just kind of, like I said, placing them around where the photo is going to go. And then every once in a while I place my photo back down to see if the pieces are in good, like if they're in a good spot, so that I can make sure I get nice balance with the colors and also just get an interesting look. So, and I'm making sure I kind of balance the colors out. So you can see I have the green camera on the bottom, I have green in the leaves with that rose on the left, and I have a green heart at the top. So I'm trying to kind of place my color so that there's pops of it all around, so that it's not concentrated in one area. And then I had some leftover rub-ons from a kit from a few months back. These are the Chamel rub-ons, and I'm just adding those in as well because the colors work with it nicely. There's that gold shimmer plus this bright pink, which adds a nice pop. So you can see I use that Make Pretty Things rub-on, and you're not going to really see the words, but it just adds a nice little element. So most of these are going to get covered up slightly, and that's okay with me. Even that rub-on that says I treasure you is going to get a little bit covered up. So, and that's okay. That's kind of the look that I'm going for. Wilna Furstenberg does this a lot with rub-ons, where she'll use like a whole package of rub-ons on one page, and I just think it's a fun way to use them. And especially if you're getting near the end of your kit and you don't have a lot of pattern papers left, this is a great way to do this. You can do this with die cuts too. So there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of make this technique work for you. That You and Me actually ends up getting covered up entirely, which is kind of sad. But that's okay. So as I'm just kind of laying these down and rubbing them on, I just wanted to give you guys another shout out and tell you thank you so much for subscribing. I just recently did my 500 subscriber giveaway, and I am creeping up on 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for all of your support, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I have to apologize because my voice is still a little scratchy. I'm still coughing. I'm trying to get over this sickness here, but I don't want to. I'm still scrapbooking, so I don't want to go without making videos. So I apologize for that, but I wanted to let you know that I will, like I said this in a previous video, but for my 500 subscriber giveaway, I did a big American Crafts warehouse. They're having their warehouse sale right now, and I live close by, and you can get really inexpensive stuff at the warehouse sale, and so I did a big giveaway with stuff that I got from the warehouse sale for my 500 subscriber giveaway. If I reach 1,000 subscribers before the warehouse sale is done, which is usually the end of December, then I will do another giveaway. So if you're not subscribed and you like this video, be sure to click on that subscribe button so you can make sure to get notified when I do that giveaway. So hopefully I'll be able to do that before the end of the month. So thank you so much again for all of your support. So I'm just putting the final touches on this cluster of rub-ons, and you can do as many or as little as you like. I just love the way they're kind of all bursting forth from that photo. And this works better with a photo where the subject matter, they're either where there's a lot of white space or where your subject takes up the whole photo, because it'll be tricky on a photo that's kind of busy because the background is busy. So I do suggest using a photo that doesn't have a ton going on, or this photo looks kind of busy. There's a lot of texture going on because of the leaves in the background, but my subject is just that one little piece with my daughter and my nephew down in that corner. And so that's really all you need to focus on. So this photo works well for something like this. I think a portrait, like just a facial shot of somebody, would work well for something like this too. Or any photo that has a lot of empty space in it, if that makes sense. And I am just cleaning up the rub-ons. I used so many. If you can see that pile to the left of, those are the sheets from all the rub-ons I used. It was a lot, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I still have a bunch left, so I kept some of the cute, like text and stuff. And I'm just cutting up this paper. I'm going to focus on a little bit of the green elements because my photo is mostly green. And so I'm just taking a few of the papers from the kit and layering them together at the top. I'm sorry that I got a little out of frame right there. For some reason, I didn't have my craft mat on my table, and so I'm working without it. And usually that kind of tells me how far up I can move. So, but I kind of like the way that the video looks with just the plain white background. I don't know. Let me know if that makes a difference to you, or if it doesn't really matter. But so if you like it better on just the white, I'll try to mark off the top so I don't go out of frame so much. But I thought about using some of those butterflies, but I just thought that's just one more element, and I don't really want to add that to it. I do end up adding this to the photo, just a little exclusive wood veneer in the Scraptastic kit, and I really like that because it's focusing on those two cute kids in the photo. And I kind of thought my photo was getting a little bit lost, so I want to matte it. I'm just going to do a really thin matte of this yellow cardstock. I had just written the date on the background there. First I'm going to matte it really thin in white, which if my photos if I don't print them with a white border, I find that I'm adding white borders to a lot of my photos lately. I just think it helps it stand out better. And then I'm adding another thin border of the yellow cardstock. And I like the way that it helps my photo stand out just a little bit. I decided I wanted to tuck a few layers in with that photo, so I'm just going through and trying to decide what papers will work there. And I really like this stripe. It's just a yellow stripe. So I just cut it off the edge of that. It's from the exclusive cut-aparts that come in the kit. And I cut a little piece off of one of the teal ones as well. And then I took a sticker from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, and I'm going to just cut a little piece off of that and put it to the side also. So I'm just going to cut that off so I can use the rest on another project, and then just adhere those down. And I like that the sticker from the Maggie Holmes sheet has gold foiling on those lines, and so it just brings a little element of gold closer to the photo. Now I'm just gluing down the strips on the top and bottom. And this layout was really pretty quick. It only took me 45 minutes to create, which is pretty fast for me. Just gluing down my photo here. And I like to kind of rough up the edges to just give it more of a, I don't know, handmade look, or just give it a little bit more texture. So now I'm going to glue down the layers at the top. And just using that grid paper, which is a Jelly Bean Soup paper. That green is from We Are Memory Keepers, the tealish color. And then these green polka dots are a Maggie Holmes paper. And they all came in the kit. And then I'm just trying to decide if I want to add anything else to the top. And I thought I would use one of these little ribbons. It's from the Maggie Holmes collection. And I kind of tucked it under those polka dots at the top and stapled it down. I really like the way that looks. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm just gluing down those layers a little bit more. And then I'm trying to decide what I want the title to be. And before I put on the title, actually I am going to put my title on wax paper. Sorry, I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. I'm just going to place my title on some wax paper. Oh, before I do that, I forgot. I'm taking my favorite distress ink right now, which is Tattered Rose, and I'm just rubbing some of it onto a piece of plastic packaging and spraying some water on it, and then kind of dotting it around the page. And it gives kind of a nice soft watercolor effect. This color is really light and really subtle, and I love that about it. So I'm just adding it kind of all around the rub-ons, and the rub-ons act as a resist, and so everywhere that there's a rub-on, the ink resists those places. And the same works when you do it with embossing powder, like I mentioned before. The embossing will also resist that ink if you do it that way. It's just kind of a fun technique. So I'm just letting that dry, and while I'm letting it dry, I'm working on my title. My title is going to be Her Kid, My Kid. And I don't know. Some people really have some clever titles, and I find that mine are just kind of whatever pops into my head. I use song lyrics a lot for titling. I thought about here just using one word kid and putting her and my to the side, but I thought it looked like Her My Kid instead of Her Kid My Kid, and so I decided to write out kid twice with those white letters. And the white letters came with the kit, and so did the black ones. The black ones come from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, and they're black with a gold foil letter, and I love those letters. The white ones are a font called Maple, and they're thickers. So I'm just placing that down to the left. I kind of made myself a little shelf there. The rub-ons go out a little bit further on the left and create kind of a little shelf with those gold arrows, and so I thought that was a good home for my title. I am adding extra adhesive to the back of those Maggie Holmes stickers. They're not very sticky at all. I'm just pulling that up to see if it looks right. My photo looked a little crooked, so I fixed it as well. And then I'm going to just write my journaling. I don't want to take away from the design of the layout too much, so when that is an issue for me, I'll often write 1 or 2 full lines of text across the top or the bottom of the layout, because it kind of fits in with the other lines. It doesn't detract from the design. And the journaling just said, Malia's obsession with Denver is one of the things that brings me great joy in this world. This Sunday was perfect weather for a little walk, and we were happy to oblige when Mal insisted on pushing Denver in the stroller. Love, love this. So these are kind of moments that I treasure. So the fact that that I Treasure rub-on kind of stands out. I love that. I used my Heidi Swap roller date stamp and some black archival black ink from Close to My Heart to stamp the date, and I'm just using my heat tool to make sure that that ink is dry before I stamp on top of it. And that is going to complete my layout, I believe. Oh, I added a few staples. I stapled on the bottom left so that it kind of mimicked on the top, the staples on the top. And here are some close-up shots. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support and your likes. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I will be doing a giveaway as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, which will hopefully be before the end of this month. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.